How can I let go of the one thing that protected me for so long? The one thing I have. How can I move on from the one thing that kept me going? Why let's go? Okay, again. So we are back with the second part of solving addictions. Click here to watch the first part. But we talk about how becoming addiction-free is a gradual process where you start with smaller stuff and scale upwards so your body becomes used to the process. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the second addiction that is completely legal, but it also messes your life up, and that is your phone. And yes, it is an addiction. You already have scientific proof that it behaves the same in the brain as a gambling addiction. Phones are designed to make you want to spend more time on them. And the issue with this is that if you make your addiction a daily thing, you become addicted to other substances without even realizing it, because your body is used to addiction constantly. So you lose the ability to tell the difference, and you end up addicted to more and more things without even noticing. And you end up going through withdrawal, making you feel sick all the time, not knowing why and where from. And withdrawal sucks. It costs time, money, and effort to solve, which could have been invested into your goals. So in order for you to move forward, you must first go back to the point where you weren't addicted, and get that point of reference back. Because with addictions, that point moves. That's how people end up in heavy stuff, despite having horrible examples. And by getting back the feeling of being addiction-free, you become able to expand the range of your influence and take back control of your life. But it's hard to see the thing that is always with you as a problem. Everybody does it, right? So it can't be that harmful. Well, I will point 3 major areas of your life that your foreign addiction is ruining. Hi, I hope this video is helping you. If you don't understand something, please comment down below and I will answer. Like and subscribe because it helps me. And if you don't want to spend time watching my videos, go take a look at my ebook. The link is in the description. Now back to the video. We are losing the ability to communicate properly. By having more and more ways to express ourselves through emojis, videos, sounds, we stop reflecting on how we should talk. If we are saying the right words to the right person, how the message is being understood, how other people react when they say certain things, we lose all these small processes that are essential for communication. And this impacts heavily our relationships, because if you aren't able to transmit your ideas and what you feel clearly, it becomes very hard to maintain relationships, because the issues that should be worked on aren't even being looked at. Just look at divorce rates over these past years. And while I don't disagree with you on how there are some very crappy people out there, my question to you is, are you leaving the door to maintain a relationship with you open? And it's okay if you aren't. I'm not here to judge you. We all fall prey to this. But if you want to stop trying and breaking up, here's one solution. Take care of your phone addiction. But seriously, I have these girls who keep sending me reels and posts and I have no idea what they want. Like what? Is that supposed to mean something? Don't I deserve a minimum amount of respect? Some words face to face. Am I only at the level of a click on a share button? I have no idea, and it's not my duty to understand them. And if that is what a relationship is nowadays, I don't want to be any of them, because there isn't anything to hold on to. It's just people sending things to other people and believing it means something without even looking at the other person. The phone didn't just bring more ways to express words and feelings, it also brought more ways to hide ourselves. But also, by losing the ability to form words inside your head, build ideas, reflect, argue, you lose the ability to talk to yourself, leaving the only form of communication between yourself, an emotional one. And you don't want that, because emotions are irrational, proportional. You can very easily have a big reaction to something meaningless. It's like a magnifier, but for everything. So it becomes the rough sea of storms and nothingness, which ends up causing your depression. Because as I said before, depression isn't a disease but a defense mechanism, one that blocks your emotions from damaging your body. And this is one of the ways you cause this, by not keeping a line of rational conversation with yourself open, from having a bad relationship with yourself. And that is how your phone causes your depression. And not just that, because of social media and apps, you don't get to pause from the world. Where before you had to wash up, get dressed, and leave your house to either meet friends or buy a newspaper in order to experience the world, now it's not like that. It's everything, all the time, all at once. And you are constantly getting hit with notifications, so your mind gets pulled back into this place where it's just anxiety and FOMO, even when it has nothing to do with you. Seriously, sometimes I find this news on X and even I get worried about it, and it has nothing to do with me or where I live, and it won't impact my life in any way. Yet, I find myself stuck on it, unable to care about my own life. No wonder a lot of execs on these big tech companies don't give phones to their kids until they are at least 15. Like that piece is essential for your life. Otherwise, you become depressed, your body just gives up, because you are living in this constant anxiety of what is going to happen, when the next notification is going to come in, or who sent you what. Meanwhile, everything that is out here, that is your life, is just rotting away, leaving you with nothing. And I don't want that for you. I want you out of depression with a nice life, a comfy life. So here are my 3 tips to solve your phone addiction. The first one is don't scrap where you eat, meaning don't use your phone on spaces that are for other stuff. Like don't use your phone in bed, that's why you can't sleep. Don't use your phone on the couch, that's why your relationship with your partner sucks. Don't use your phone when you have chores, that's why you procrastinate. And if you do it for a week, you will start noticing your free time growing, because you are doing the stuff you need to do, where you need to do, on the time you need to do them, which leaves you more time to do anything you want. Second one is make your phone as boring as you can. Mute the colors on your phone. Doesn't have to be all day, but at the very least in the morning and before you sleep, because phones are mainly designed to keep you on them for as long as they can. And by taking away all the shiny colors and designs, you become able to focus on what you feel is important, and not on what the phone tells you it is important. And you can schedule this function on your phone. There are even minimalist themes you can use that take away all the attention-grabbing design. To go even further but obvious, uninstall TikTok or Insta. Those apps are the ones that cause gambling addiction, like those old rotting people in slot machines. When you are on those apps, you are the same. And the third one is a concept, which is boredom, is the ultimate life hack. Do you know those times when you pick up your phone even though it didn't vibrate or you didn't hear any sounds? That is your mind trying not to think about something uncomfortable, something that might be a solution to a problem you are having, something that changes your life. And I'm not joking. The most breakthrough ideas that you have come from when you are bored. Anything and everything. Money, relationships, happiness. One example is Charles Darwin, who came up with the whole evolution theory that you use today with no clues or like-minded people to talk with, or even tech to prove it, which easily places him as one of the smartest humans in history. And one of the ways he used to achieve that, writing, and this is taught in creative writing, is that he would spend his free time on very, very boring tasks. Like he would play his trumpet to ants and observe them all night long. And he did this for years. That's how he became able to come up with a whole new theory, with nothing coming even close to it. And that is because by being bored, first you allow your brain to reposition your hormone levels, like lowering your dopamine levels and allowing you to become more motivated more easily. And second, you force your brain to think about the thing that is on the top of your list. Like in the video I talked about, saying no. Don't pick the right thing out of many, but you leave only one choice for yourself to make, the right one. And this is the same. That is how you move forward in life, by being bored. Being bored isn't the place where you are doing nothing. It's actually where you are the most powerful, because you have time to do what you want to do it because you are bored, and you are free to do them because you aren't tied to anything. You aren't addicted. And by starting to understand this concept, that's when you truly become independent from addictions. By changing your relationship with the bad things, which I will talk about in the next video, where we turn this game of cat and mouse, with you being the mouse running away from all the things that ruin your life, and turn you into the chaser, the one that refutes all the wrong choices, only goes after the right ones. And that is a path that leads you to being depression free. So subscribe, and I will see you next week.